one of the West's most exciting football teams, meeting a gridiron power.
Hello, everybody. This is Keith Jackson speaking from Rogers Field in Pullman, Washington, where this afternoon we're opening the 1958 football season. The Washington State College Cougars, hosts to the Stanford Indians. We have two coaches who exploit the wide-open football game, Jim Sutherland of Washington State, Pappy Jack Curtis of Stanford. And we look this afternoon under perfect weather conditions to an exciting afternoon of football. The house is almost full here this afternoon, and in the background you hear the Washington State College Band playing the Cougar Fight Song. Let's briefly point out here some changes in the 1958 football rules that we hope you'll keep in mind throughout this afternoon. 1, the extra point option. If you kick it, it's 1 point. If you run or pass it across, it's worth 2 points. We may see that today. One-arm blocking. That is, you can have only one hand, one arm in contact with the defensive player when you're blocking on offense. Players now can re-enter the football game once during each period. Offensive linemen who are ineligible pass receivers can now move downfield the moment that football is thrown. Heretofore, they had to remain in the scrimmage zone until the play was whistled dead or else the ball was touched downfield. Now they can move out as soon as the ball is thrown, and timeouts during the half is now reduced to 4. So with the football teams coming on the field, let's look below for the starting lineups. Now to the starting lineups for the visiting Stanford Indians. At left end, number 84, Irvin Nicolai. Number 71 at left tackle, Tony Barbie. At left guard, number 56, Russ Steele. At center, number 52, Rock Conklin. At right guard, 63, Bob Peterson. At right tackle, 73, Eric Protiva. At right end, Chris Burford, number 88. At quarterback, Bob Nicolette, number 14. Rick McMillan, number 46 at left half. Jim Bayer, number 30 at right half. And Doug Dick, number 32 at fullback. For Washington State, at left end, number 87, Don Ellingson. Left tackle, number 76, Dan Verhey. At left guard, Dick Farrar, number 63. Number 52 is at center, Marv Nelson. George Somnus, number 69. At right guard, at right tackle, number 73, Merle Hitzel. At right end, Gail Cogdill, number 89. At quarterback, Bob Newman, number 24. At left half, Bill Steiger, number 86. At right half, Leroy Rath, number 23. And Carl Ketchy, number 26. At fullback. Kicking off for the Washington State College Cougars now, it'll be number 22, Keith Lincoln. There is a change in your starting lineup. Keith Lincoln, a sophomore, doing the kicking off. And here we go with 1958 football. It's a good one. Taken at the 4-yard line by number 40 for Stanford. That'll be Bowers. He fumbles the ball, and the Cougars recover it. Marv Nelson recovers the fumble for the Cougars. Bill Steiger comes on at left halfback, and Bobby Newman handles the football. Gives it off to Carl Ketchy, number 23, and Leroy Rath, I beg your pardon, number 23. Rath, the right halfback, cutting back at the left side and is through there for short yardage. Second down, 5 yards to go. Newman faking, giving that football off to his fullback, Ketchy, and Ketchy straight ahead. Again, gets close to the first down. Third down, just inches short of the first down. The ball goes to Ketchy. Ketchy booms in there. He's got a first down at about the 13-yard line, Stanford territory. The Cougars, first down and 10 to go. Now it's first down and 10 to go. The ball is given over to fullback Ketchy. Ketchy quickly at the right side of the line, running off an unbalanced line to the right side. Gets short yardage down to about the 11.5-yard line, where it's second down now. And about 8 yards to go for Washington State. Bob Newman at quarterback, both ends are split. Pitches wide to Steiger, got room, turns the corner, goes down inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. Very close to a first down for the Cougars. They're down inside the shadow of the Stanford goal. The ball is Ketchy. Touchdown, Cougars! Carl Ketchy made it right through the middle of the line. Now let's watch and see what the Cougars elect to do. 1 point, 2 points. 2 points, throws, 2 points, good! Cogdill caught it. The Cougars lead it, 8-0. And so with 2 minutes and 50 seconds expired of the ball game, Washington State College goes out in front 8-0 over Stanford. And here is the kickoff. Kicking off for the Cougars, number 71. The ball rolls around, a short kick. And it's picked up down there by number 46 for the Stanford Indians. He gets back up to about the 34-yard line. Rick McMillan running that kickoff back. It's going to be first down and 10 yards to go for the Stanford Indians on their own 34-yard line. Now let's watch some of the Papa Jack Curtis magic. Nicolette fakes it, keeps it, dives into the center of the line, gets a couple of yards. Second down, 8 to go for Stanford. Stanford also using an unbalanced line. Two men split to the right side. The give is off. A fumble, and the Cougars recover. The Cougars have recovered, and the play is whistled dead as Leroy Rath comes up with a football. Let's see if the recovery is going to count or whether it's still Stanford's ball. It's Washington State College in possession of the football at the 41-yard line in Stanford territory. Now it's Bobby Newman pitching out to Bill Steiger. Gets away from one, can't go. Can't turn the corner, gets a half a yard down to the 40-yard line. It's second down and 9 yards to go now for Washington State on the Stanford 40-yard line. So two fumbles have put the Cougars in business. The give to Steiger through the middle, straight up runner, goes down to about the 36.5-yard line. It'll be third down now for the Cougars and about 6 yards to go. Washington State wearing the dark uniforms. Stanford wearing the white. It's Steiger with the ball. Tries to turn the corner. Can't do it. Hit down sharply at the 35-yard line. It'll be fourth down now and still about 5 yards to go for Washington State on the Stanford 35. Ellingson and Cogdill, the ends are split. Newman faking, looking downfield, shoots it. Good. Good for the first down to Rath. Rath fighting, goes inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. First down and 10 for Washington State. The ends are still split, and Newman back to pass. Looks downfield. Fires. Caught by Ellingson. Touchdown, Cougars! Ellingson scored it on a pass from Newman down the middle. Some of the score now, 14-0. Bobby Newman rolls out, throws to the end zone. It's incomplete, and the score stands. 14, Washington State College, nothing, Stanford. And now the Washington State College Cougars scoring two quick touchdowns off Stanford fumbles deep inside Stanford territory. As Don Ellingson caught a forward pass from Bob Newman, and now kicking off again, the Washington State College Cougars. Koppel booms it down to the 15-yard line. It's taken on the 15-yard line by number 30, Beyer. Beyer running hard, gets back to about the 38-yard line before he is dumped down in there by Koppel. And the man who kicked it, number 73, Hitzel, also in on the tackle. So now Stanford comes to the attack again with Nicolette in at quarterback. Give pitches that ball wide back to number 40, Beyer, and Beyer is hit hard as he picks up short yardage, moving up past the 40-yard line up to about the 43s. And now the Indians come up with second down and 7 yards to go. The give is to the fullback. He booms inside, number 38, trying for yardage, and Dowd gets about 3 or 4. And it's going to be third down now, and just about 3.5 yards to go for Stanford. Nicolette dropping back to pass, looks downfield, shoots it out here. Incomplete. It'll be fourth down and 2.5 yards to go for Stanford from their own 46-yard line. Fourth down, the kicking down coming up. Rick McMillan standing back to kick on his own 33-yard line. A low snap from center, a bad snap. He gets his kick away. A very bad kick angle for the sidelines, and it goes out of bounds on the Washington State College 46-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for the Cougars from that point. And so midway through the first quarter, the Cougars leading 14-0. The give is off to the fullback, number 26, Carl Ketchy. He booms in there, picks up about 3 yards. Second down, 7 yards to go now for Washington State on about the 48-yard line. Bobby Newman drops back, looks, throws, over Cogdill's head, incomplete. Third down, 8 yards to go for the Cougars. Third down, 8 yards to go again. Newman back. Gives this time to Ketchy. Gets room. Goes through the middle. Almost a first down. Very close as Carl Ketchy on a draw play down the middle. It'll be close. They may measure. No measurement needed. First down. The ball pitched back to number 44, who picks up yardage at the right end. Ted Cano, a sophomore halfback, running the right side and gets almost another first down. Let's watch and see. First down, Cougars on the Stanford 34. Newman back, looks. In trouble. He's knocked down just about the line of scrimmage, a loss perhaps of a half a yard. Washington State still in the unbalanced line. The give again to Ketchy. Got room. Almost gets free. Keeps going. Fumbles the football. Who's got it? Let's wait and see. Kano was in there on top of it. Looked like Kano might have recovered the football. And the Cougars retain possession. It is now third down and about 8 yards to go. And now it's a big play. Third down, 8.5 to go. Newman back to pass. Got lots of time. Throws long and deep, intended for Cogdale. He overthrows his man. It's out of bounds. It is no good. It brings up fourth down and 9 yards to go now for Washington State College. So it's a fourth down play now, and Bobby Newman rolling to the right side has time, being pursued by Pertiva, gets his pass away. Good to Rath, and Rath is all the way down inside the 10-yard line, brought down on the 8-yard line. It's a first down for Washington State College, and goal to go. A penalty will nullify the game for the Washington State College Cougars. The Cougars penalized 5 yards for illegal motion, the man moving before that football was snapped. So it cost them. It is still fourth down, but now they have a long way to go, something like 15 yards, 14 yards. It'll be fourth down and 14 for Washington State now. And it's Bobby Newman at quarterback. He's going to throw that football. He looks down the middle. He throws it, intended for Steiger. He overthrew his man. Steiger was out in front, could have made the catch. Stanford takes over now. First down and 10 yards to go. The ball will be located on the Stanford 34-yard line. First and 10 for the Indians. At quarterback for the Stanford Indians now, we have Norman. He looks and throws. It's incomplete. Intended for number 84, Nikolai. The ball falls incomplete. Second down, 10 yards to go for the Indians. Dick Norman calling signals for the Stanford Indians now. And the Indians are offside on the play. The give is to the fullback. He booms up the middle, and penalty flags drop, and I'm quite sure it'll be Stanford offside. Now Norman calling signals. Second down, 15 yards to go after the penalty. Throws a pass just behind the line of scrimmage, and a great play in there by number 76 of Washington State. Dan Verhey stops the play short of the line of scrimmage, and it's third down and about 13.5 yards to go. Again on the play of a half a yard. Now with the ball resting just about the Stanford 35-yard line, Dick Norman has the football, gives over to his fullback again, and again there is no running room. He is stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and again penalty flags are called, and it looks like it'll be Washington State College offside this time. Stanford accepting the penalty. Now makes it third down, 9 yards to go, and it's Nicolette rolling out, being pursued, throws, intercepted by Bill Steiger, and the Cougars take over on the 41-yard line. First down and 10 to go. And so the Cougars are down close again as Bob Newman gives that football off to his fullback, Morrell, and Morrell booms in there, gets about 4 yards. Second down and 6 to go. Bobby Newman calling signals, rolls back, looks, throws, good to Ellingson, and Ellie is run out of bounds down on the 27.5-yard line. It's first and 10 for Washington State on the Stanford 27. A minute and a half left to play in the first quarter. It's Newman rolling to the right. The Cougars throwing that ball a lot. He throws it. He completes it to Morrell, number 42, and Morrell falls down at the 23-yard line. A gain on the play of about 4.5 to 5 yards. And it'll be second down now. And about 6 to go. Both ends are split. Newman pitches wide to Steiger, gets a block, going to try to turn the corner. Can't do it. Hemmed in, dropped down, right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, if any. Third down, just about 6.5 yards to go. Newman throws, and it's caught by Jack Fanning. A great catch by Fanning down on the 12-yard line. It's first down for the Cougars. And the gun sounds ending the first quarter of play. Washington State owning the football. First down, 10 yards to go on the 12.5-yard line in Stanford territory. The Indians in the first quarter have not played football at all in Washington State territory, and the score stands: the Cougars 14, Stanford nothing. And now we pick up the action starting the second quarter as the ball is handed off to 23, Rath, and Rath goes close. They stop him just about the 1-yard line as he cut back through the middle and got some great blocking. It's first down and goal to go for the Cougars on the 1-yard line. Newman calls it, keeps it, dives, touchdown, Cougars! And the Cougars are going to go for the 2. Pass. dropped by Fanning, so the score stands. Washington State College 20 and Stanford nothing as we just get underway in the second period of play. Now kicking off for Washington State College, Keith Lincoln, a sophomore. He gets it down deep to the 10-yard line. It's fumbled around on the 10-yard line by number 44 of Stanford. That's Bond, and Bond is dumped hard right on the 25-yard line, maybe the 26, and it's first down and 10 for the Indians from that point. Calling signals, Nicolette. The pitch is off to the left side to number 40, Bowers, and Bowers in trouble, is dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Second down, just about 11 yards to go as Nicolette calls his signals, fakes it off to his fullback and drops back to throw a forward pass. He throws it up here, and it is complete. It is caught on a great catch for the Stanford Indians by number 86, McDonald. And now it's first down and 10 for the Indians on the 36-yard line. The ball is given off to the fullback, to the halfback Bond, on a pop play right over the middle of the line. He gets up to the 40, crosses the 40, and goes to the 42-yard line. Second down on that play, and 4 yards to go. The line is unbalanced. The ends are split. The slot back is wide, and it's Nicolette rolling back to pass, being pursued. He's in trouble. Number 73. Then they've got him. A bone-crushing tackle over there by Merle Hitzel, pursuing all the way with help from Leroy Rath. The loss on the play now makes it 3rd and 8. The ball is given over to number 44, Bond, and Bond cracks straight ahead, gets short yardage, just about a yard, maybe 2, moving up to about the 46-yard line, where it's going to be now 3rd down. Bring up 4th down for the Indians, and it's a kicking down. Back to kick for Stanford. Bond, he gets it out of there, or rather Nicolette, and it's taken by Ellingson. He gets a block, turns the corner, comes upfield, clipping down there called on the Cougars as Ellington is rolled out of bounds, and the Cougars will be assessed a clipping penalty at just about the 23-yard line. The penalty moves the Cougars back to the 8-yard line, and on a pop play at the right side, Newman gives off to his fullback. The fullback cracks through, gets about a yard and a half, and it'll bring up now 2nd down and just about 9 yards to go. The Cougars with their back to the wall. Newman gives that football off to Rath. Rath almost turns the corner. A great play down there by the defensive right end for Stanford, crashing through there to make the stop on him. A gain on the play of about 4 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down now for Washington State College, and they'll have just about 7 yards to go. 3rd down and about 7 yards to go. Steiger running off of a straight snap, gets a little bit of room, comes up across the 15-yard line to about the 16-yard line. It's going to be short of the 1st down, and it'll bring up 4th down and just about a yard and a half to go. Bobby Newman back in front formation, gets a good snap, gets his kick off. He was rushed. It's a good kick coming all the way up to Bowers. Bowers takes it on his own 40-yard line. Gets some running room. He's wrapped in there and wrapped hard by the Cougars as he gets back to the Washington State 45-yard line, and it's the first time today Stanford has been in Cougar territory. Nicolette is the quarterback, and a give to his fullback Dowd, and Dowd straight ahead for 2 yards. 2nd down, 8 to go. Now the Indians have it. That's Nicolette dropping back to throw a forward pass. Throws it. It's caught and complete to number 88 for the Indians. A good catch. Burford, Chris Burford, making it 1st down for the Indians on the Washington State College 26-yard line. Bob Nicolette injured on the last play. Dick Norman now in the quarterback in trouble. He's trapped from behind. The ball knocked loose, and the Cougars have recovered. Some changes in the Washington State backfield now. It's Wilson at quarterback, and that's Keith Lincoln at left halfback. Turns a corner, gets yardage as he whistles up a pass the 30-yard line, moves on up to about the 33-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down, 2nd down now, and 4 yards to go for Washington State. Wilson at quarterback. And trouble as he gives off to Rath, and Rath is dumped hard behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play of about 3 yards, back to about the 29-yard line. Wilson, your quarterback, gives off to Ketchy. Ketchy turns the corner, spins and twists and gets yardage, but a penalty flag goes down. A penalty is coming up against Washington State. Penalty refused by Stanford. Brings up the kicking down. Lincoln gets his kick away. It hits on the 35 and goes out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 yards to go for Stanford at their 35-yard line as the Indians take over again.
First down.
Norman is the quarterback. Rolls straight back. Looks for someone to throw to. Shoots it and it's complete. A nice catch for the left end. Number 84, Nikolai. The ball now on the Stanford 47-yard line as Norman looks downfield, throws out here, overthrows his man, incomplete, second down, 10 yards to go. Both teams splitting the ends, unbalancing the lines. The pitch is off to Dowd, and Dowd cuts back, gets short yardage as he moves across the 50-yard line down to the Cougar 46. Norman at quarterback, rolls straight back. Getting some pressure, shoots it out here, it's caught. Good to Burford. Burford shakes off one man, two man, and he's finally pulled down by Don Ellersick on the 31-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for the Indians. A fumble in the backfield, and the Indians have recovered it. A loss on the play of about 3 yards. It'll be second down and 13 to go for the Indians now on their own 36-yard line. To the ball on the Cougars' 36-yard line. The give is out to the fullback Dowd. He roots his way forward to the 35. And it'll be third down now, and 11 yards to go for the Indians in Cougar territory. The ends are split. The line is unbalanced. Norman, the quarterback, is straight back to pass, looking deep downfield, shoots it out for Burford, hits Burford, and Burford is dropped. Finally, on the 25-yard line, it's very close to a first down. Fourth down and just inches to go. Dowd gets the first down as he booms down to the 19-yard line. It's first and 10 for the Indians on the Cougar 19-yard line. The Indians making their first real serious threat of the afternoon. The pass is caught over there by number 46, McMillan, and Rick McMillan is dumped hard as he moves down to close to the 10-yard line, let's say the 11. Second down, 3 yards to go. Norman rolling back to the right, looks downfield, throws the ball. It's almost intercepted. It falls incomplete. It'll be third down, 3 yards to go on the Washington State 11-yard line. The Indians have the ball. Third down, 3 yards to go. The ball is pitched off to Dowd, and Dowd is hauled down as he wraps his way across the 10 to about the 8-yard line. It's first down and goal to go on the Washington State 7-yard line. A minute and a half left to play, and the ball is to Dowd. Tries to turn the corner. Hit over there very hard and knocked down as he gets just back to the line of scrimmage. Here's a big play for the Indians. That's Norman looking. Hit as he throws the ball, and it's intercepted in the end zone. He gets out to the 3-yard line. The Cougars have the ball. It's intercepted by Gale Cogdill. And the Cougars stop the Indians from their touchdown. It's first and 10, Washington State on their own 3-yard line. The Cougars pick up a delay of game penalty. The ball on the 1-yard line. A fumble! Touchdown for Stanford! Well, the Indians look like they're going to go for the 2 points. And they are short of it. Penalty flags go down. The score remains Washington State 20, Stanford 6, and the Cougars gave the Indians that one. Dowd kicking off for the Indians. It's a short kick. Bounces, picked up by Lincoln. Lincoln is away from one man, two man, turns the corner, slid out of bounds at the Washington State 27-yard line, and it'll be first down, 10 yards to go for the Cougars at the 28-yard line. The score is 20-6, and we have 20 seconds left in the first half of play. Wilson is the quarterback. Keeps the ball, bootlegs to the right, looks downfield, throws it long. He's got a man, Cogdill, he's got it! Cogdill is on his way! Down the sidelines, touchdown for the Cougars! How about that? Gale Cogdill all the way! The Cougars are going to go for 2 to Lincoln. Turns the corner into the end zone. He's got his 2 points, and the score is 28-6, Washington State. A 72-yard pass run from Dave Wilson to Gale Cogdill, and the score is 28-6, Washington State. We have about 10 seconds left to play in the first half. Keith Lincoln kicking off. Electrifying football here from Pullman. As you watch the Washington State College Cougars, and you'll see them all year, carrying the football, Sinrud for the Indians, and he is slid out of bounds by Ed Stevens at the 29-yard line in Stanford territory. And we're just about run out of time. Let's see if we're going to have time for one more play. And the gun sounds ending the first half of play with the score standing Washington State College 28, the Stanford Indians 6. 20 high school marching bands are on the field down below, forming into their formations to have a halftime show regarding college life here, for this is Band Day at Washington State College, and they're going to pay homage to Stanford University. Very quickly, let us recap the scoring for you. Washington State College went ahead 8-0 after 2 minutes and 50 seconds of the first quarter. The Cougars picked up their second touchdown at the 6:40 mark and led 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, with 35 seconds gone, the Cougars led it 20-0. At 14:30, Stanford scored, and the score at that time stood 20 for the Cougars, 6 for the Indians. And then in an electrifying play, a pass play from Davy Wilson to Gail Cogdill, the play going 78 yards with 14 minutes and 57 seconds having expired. Washington State ended the halftime leading by a score of 28-6. And that's the way she stands right now as these 20 MASC high school bands perform down below before an almost capacity crowd. The crowd announced a few minutes ago as 20,750. One of the biggest crowds to see a football game here at Washington State College in many years. And the score stands Washington State 28, Stanford 6. A bit of a surprise. But the Cougars, showing authority on defense and capitalizing on the breaks, have been very convincing here in the first half. And now to the action of the second half. Protiva will be kicking off for the Stanford Indians, and deep to receive for the Washington State College Cougars, who lead in this contest 28-6. We have Bill Steiger and Don Ellingson, and it's a high twisting kick. Steiger at the 5, drops it, picks it up, gets a block. Here it comes. Bill Steiger all the way up to the 27-yard line. A very nice return for Bill Steiger. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. The football placed down at the 33-yard line. The give is off to Steiger. He hits straight ahead over the left guard spot, moves across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. And it's a gain on the play of 5 yards, 2nd and 5. Bob Newman at quarterback. Trouble, throws, hits his man. Ellingson dropped him at the 43-yard line. It's very close to a first down, but I believe it'll be just a yard shy. As you saw, it was not short. The pitch is back to Steiger, trying to go to the right side. He can get no room. He is dumped back on the 40-yard line, a loss on the play of about 3 yards. Make it 2nd down and 13 for the Cougars in their own territory. That's Bob Newman. Throws the spot pass to Cogdill. He's got it. And he's across the 50 to the Stanford 49. 3rd down, a yard to go for the Cougars. The ball to Steiger. Steiger hurdles the line, goes ahead to the 46-yard line. It's 1st down and 10 for the Cougars on the Stanford 46. Newman keeping, bootlegging, getting blocking, throws a short pass, and it's complete to Steiger, and Steiger is pulled down again on the play of about 2 yards. Make it 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Again, an unbalanced line. Both ends are split. Pass incomplete. Intended for Rath, and he had the ball in his hands, thrown a little behind him, could not hold it. Let's make it 3rd down, 8 yards to go now for the Cougars on the Stanford 44. That's the Cougars handling the ball in the dark uniforms. Pass good to Cogdill. Spins away from one man. Finally, he is pulled down. It's a 1st down for the Cougars on the Stanford 32-yard line. A great play by Gail Cogdill. 1st and 10. Newman gives that football off to his fullback, number 26, Carl Ketchy, and he hits in there for about 3 yards. 3rd down. Let's make it 2nd down. A 4-yard gain by Ketchy. Rath with the ball. Gets good blocking. Turns the corner. Gets away, going to the 20. Here he goes. Great run by Leroy Rath. Stopped on the 8-yard line. 1st down and goal to go for the Cougars on the Stanford 8-yard line. 1st down, goal to go. Newman is back, looking for a receiver. In trouble. Throws his pass to Steiger. Steiger gets away. Gets a block. Here, watch him run. An All-American is a sophomore, but he couldn't get away that time as the Indians ganged up and dropped him back on the 13-yard line as the Indians started on defense and stopped the Cougars at 2nd down and 13 to go. They line unbalanced to the right. Newman in trouble. Shoots it over the middle. It's incomplete, intended for Steiger, and it's Third down and 12.5 yards to go. Now it is Newman with the football. This time he's got better protection. Throws an easy one. Cogdill gets it for a touchdown. Penalty called against Stanford. Refused. The Cougars lead it 34-6. The score 34-6. The ball to Steiger. Steiger hits for the end zone. He is in there, and the score now is 36 for Washington State College and 6 for the Stanford Indians. The referee, one official gave us the signal he was in the end zone. The other official said no, he was stopped short of the end zone, and the score stands Washington State 34 and Stanford 6. Schroeder kicking off for Washington State, and he booms it deep. Taken on the 3-yard line by number 46 for Stanford, McMillan. And McMillan hurdles his way up across the 30 to about the 32-yard line where it's 1st and 10 for the Indians. Now at quarterback for Stanford, Dick Norman gives that football off to Dowd, and Dowd hits at the left tackle slot, gets little. 2 yards, 2nd down, 8 to go for Stanford. Stanford, both ends are split. Norman rolls back, looks downfield, throws the ball, and it's over the head of the intended receiver, Dowd, and out of bounds. Bring up 3rd down. Again, the ends are split and the line unbalanced as Norman goes straight back, throws a hook pass out here. It's incomplete. Intended for Burford, the right end. 4th down for Stanford. Rick McMillan back in punt formation. Deep for the Cougars, Steiger and Ellingson. And it's a nice kick by Rick McMillan, and it's Bill Steiger waiting for it. Taking it on his 23-yard line. Gets a block. Still going. Steiger back to the 38-yard line where it's 1st down and 10 for the Cougars in their own territory as they lead 34-6. Let's mark it at the 39. The give is to the fullback, Ketchy. A quick play at the right side. Moves across the 40 up to about the 43-yard line. And now the Cougars move the ball. Newman with a give off to Chuck Morrell, the fullback, and Morrell gets very short yardage as he crosses the 45 to the 46 and brings up 3rd down and about 2 yards to go. Newman handling the ball, gives it off to number 21, coming to the left side, and a good play by number 31, Schroeder, and Schroeder gets down very close to the 1st down. 1st and 10 for Washington State. It's 1st down as Bob Newman handles the football, throws his pass. It's caught by Fanning, and Fanning is hit hard and knocked out of bounds right on the Stanford 46-yard line. They move the ball down to the 44. The pitch is down to number 44 into the ball game for the Cougars, Ted Cano, and Cano gets in trouble. The Indians shooting the gap on him came through there, hemmed him in at the 45-yard line. A loss on the play of a yard, bring up 3rd down. Newman is the quarterback. He's back to throw. Trouble, hemmed in, dropped right on the 50-yard line. It brings up 4th down and possibly a kicking down. Let's wait and see. The Cougars kicking for the 2nd time in this football game. A bad snap. Newman hurries. It's partially blocked, but it's all right. It goes downfield, gets a good roll. The Cougars are down to cover it. It's going to roll dead on the 10-yard line where it'll be 1st down and 10 to go for Stanford, and the Cougars were lucky on that one. The Indians really stunning in the middle of that line. Almost got to Newman's kick. It's Dowd, the fullback, driving up to about the 14 or 15-yard line. Make it 2nd down and 6 yards to go for the Indians. The Cougars with a 5-man line up there. The ball is off to Dowd again, and this time he's crunched right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Quick kick, good kick, a long one. Rolling back to the Washington State 36-yard line where the Cougars will have it 1st and 10 at their own 36. Bobby Newman at quarterback pitches that ball off to Cano, turns the corner, gets room, there he goes, across the 40 to the 43. A minute and a half left to play as Kano gets the ball again, spinning and driving, and goes very close to a first down at about the 45 or 46-yard line. Commercial. The Cougars need just inches. The ball off to Morrell. He gets daylight. Look at him run. Down to the Stanford 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Newman throws the short pass, and it's short and incomplete to Chuck Morrell, the fullback. It's 2nd and 10 at the 40 for Washington State. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. The ball given to Schroeder, and Schroeder is hit very hard back behind the line of scrimmage on the 42-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down, 12 to go. Fanning and Ellersick are the ends. They are wide, and it's down the middle. Good to Ellersick. He's got the first down. He fumbles the ball. Stanford recovers on the 17-yard line, and the Indians have stopped the Cougars. And there is the end of the 3rd quarter with a score, Washington State College 34, Stanford 6. Now here come the Indians with Sid Garber in there at quarterback, and the ball is given off to McMillan, and McMillan turns the corner and moves nicely up across the 25-yard line to about the 28 as penalty flags drop on the turf, and let's watch and see what the penalty will be. Penalty against Stanford, holding, worth 15 yards. Now the Indians are in trouble. The ball back on the 8-yard line. McMillan gets it, and again he fights his way through there. A fierce runner as he crosses the 15 up to almost the 20-yard line, let's say the 19. 2nd down, 9 yards to go now for the Indians. They have the football, and it's to the right side. A bootleg pass to the right, and it's completed. Completed to number 32, Dick, the fullback. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. The Indians with one split end and a slot back. And it's Garber rolling back to throw, in trouble, and down he goes. A great play by number 73, Merle Hitzel. Fourth down, 11 yards to go. Rick McMillan back in punt formation, standing on his own 5-yard line. Deep for the Cougars. You've got Ellersick and Kano, and it's Ellersick with the football. Getting some blocking. He's back across the 50-yard line, stopped on the Indian 47, where it's 1st down and 10 to go for the Cougars. Dave Wilson of Olympia, Washington, is in at quarterback, and he gives off to Stevens. Ed Stevens cracks across the 45 to about the 44-yard line. Again on the play of 3 yards. Let's make it 2nd down and 7 to go for the Cougars in Stanford territory. The Washington State College Cougars leading in this football game by a score of 34-6. And they're showing off right now a pretty strong running game and more depth than they had last year. We pick up the action now with Davey Wilson at quarterback. He pitches that ball back to Kano, a sophomore. Look at this fella fly. He's down to the 35-yard line before he is brought down, and it's 1st down Cougars. Wilson calling signals. Stevens through the left side. Got a good hole. Broke across the 30, down to the 29-yard line as the Cougars pound right down the middle now against this good Stanford line. It's 2nd down, 4 yards to go. Again, Stevens. This time he is cracked right at the line of scrimmage. Gets about a yard, maybe 2. He'll be short of the 1st down. It'll bring up down number 3. The Indians with 4 men in tight. Stevens straight ahead, lunges, and he gets the 1st down as he hits to the 25-yard line. And it's 1st down Cougars. Now the Indians bring that 5th man up on the lines as Kano runs to the right side and is thrown out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Second down, 6 yards to go for the dark-shirted Cougars. The ball to Schroeder. Cuts inside. Can't go. Gets inside the 20 down to about the 19, maybe the 18-yard line, where it's going to be third down and just about 4 yards to go. Here's a big play. Kano gets a block. Goes almost to the 15-yard line. It's going to be close. Ted Kano, a sophomore, hitting down to the 16-yard line. It's fourth down now, and just about a yard, maybe a yard and a half to go. Wilson calls his signals. That's Stevens, lunges, drives in there, and it's a first down inside the 15-yard line for the Cougars as they march toward the Stanford goal line again. Wilson, the quarterback, keeps the football on a bootleg, gets good blocking, throws, good to Kano. Kano cuts and spins, goes down to the 5-yard line, and the Indians corral him at the 5, where it is second down, and just about 2 yards to go for the first down. Wilson, calling the running plays, gives to Stevens, and Stevens is held up right at the line of scrimmage. The defensive right side of the Stanford line gave nothing. Wilson, keeping that football on the ground, again gives to Stevens, and Stevens gets at most a yard as the Indians stud in there and refuse to give way to this Cougar ground game. That has moved the football very well, but the Indians have gotten stingy as the ball moves down very close to the goal line. It's now fourth down and a half a yard to go for a first down. They need to go to the 3-yard line to get the first and goal. Now here's a big play. It's fourth down and a half a yard to go. Let's see what Dave Wilson elects to do with it. Stevens has it, lunges in there to the 2-yard line, and it's first down goal to go for the Cougars on the Stanford 2. First down goal to go, the ball to Kano. Touchdown, Cougars! The Cougars are going to go for the 2. It's Wilson throwing, incomplete, intended for Fanning, and the score is Washington State College 40, Stanford 6. Kicking off for Washington State, Keith Lincoln. Deep for Stanford, Senrud, and Senrud has the football as he comes up across his 20, gets his blocking, turns the corner, and he is dropped hard, very hard at the 32-yard line, where it's first and 10 for the Indians. The Cougars were offside on the kickoff. They're going to do it over, and Lincoln cracks it again. The ball drops. It's finally picked up by Stephen, and he slides down back on the 21-yard line, and the Indians were better off before. First and 10 for the Indians on their 21-yard line. Norman is in there at quarterback now, calling the signals for Stanford. He gives the football off to his left halfback, Senrud, and Senrud cracks ahead, gets very short yardage, if anything. The score is 40-6 as the Indians, wearing the white shirts, try to get untracked, and it's Norman rolling back, looking downfield, shoots it down the middle. It is called. Dropped. A nice play. Number 27, Senrud, had it in his hands and couldn't hold it. He was spinning away from the direction of the ball. Brings up now. Third down, and just a little bit more than 10 yards to go for the Indians in their own territory. Again, the ends are split as Norman rolls back with that football, gets some pretty good blocking, shoots it out here in the flat, and it's caught complete to number 84, Irv Nikolai, and it's not going to be a first down. It's short of the first down, and fourth down is coming up. Number 30, kicking for the Indians, Beyer. It's fumbled. The Cougars, I believe, no, Stanford has recovered that football. Lincoln fumbled the football, and it's recovered by Stanford on the 34-yard line, and the Indians get a break here in the ball game. Fumble, Norman has to go for it. Let's see who came up with it. Stanford maintains possession, a loss on the play of about 3 yards. Make it second down, 13 yards to go. The ball resting now on the Washington State College 37-yard line. The Indians working with the fumble opportunity given to them down here in Cougar territory. A swing pass thrown out here to number 27, Centerrood. Centerrood spinning away, goes out of bounds down on the 21-yard line. It's first down and 10 yards to go for Stanford on the Washington State 21 now as the Indians move down, close enough to be knocking on the door. The score is Washington State College 40, Stanford 6, and this is the worst defeat ever inflicted upon a Stanford football team by a Washington State team in the history of the series. The Cougars having won 7 and Stanford 9 over the course of the years, dating back to 1936. These are the most points ever scored by any Cougar football team against Stanford. Norman has it. Nice fake. Looks down. Throws it. It's intercepted by Lincoln. Here he goes. Oh, he's brought down up on the Washington State College 23-yard line. And Ed Stevens, the Cougar, is shaken up on the play. A nice return by Keith Lincoln. The Cougars have the football now. It's Wilson, a fumble, and Wilson recovers the fumble. The ball was loose in there, fumbled by Morrell, but Wilson alertly fell on the ball and maintains possession. As a matter of fact, he gained about a half a yard. Wilson is the quarterback. The give is off to Morrell. And Morrell is out of bounds, knocked out hard at the 30-yard line. And there's a gain on the play. It'll make it now third down and about 3.5 to 4 yards to go for the Cougars. Let's see what Wilson elects to do with it. Gives it to Morrell. Through the middle he goes. Oh, a nice run. He's wide open. Here he goes. Chuck Morrell, a beautiful run. He is finally run down from behind and stopped on the Stanford 34-yard line. A beautiful run by Chuck Morrell right down the pipe. First and 10 for the Cougars on the Indian 34. The Cougars very quickly come out of that huddle now, as Davy Wilson has kept that ball club on the ground, and they've moved that football very well. This time, it's Lincoln, number 22, and he is dropped short of the line of scrimmage by about a half a yard, as the Indians would not give way. It'll bring up second down and about 11 yards to go. And now the Cougars are beginning to show off some of that depth. Wilson throwing, caught by Agee, and Mike Agee is out of bounds down on the 15-yard line. It's another first down for the Cougars. Washington State College to draw a penalty here. Illegal use of the hands. It'll cost them 15 yards. So the pass play from Wilson to Agee is nullified. It's now second down and 26 yards to go, and Morrell, trying to go on a stutter play at center, is held up and knocked down behind the line of scrimmage for about a 2 or 3 yard loss. It's going to be third down and a couple of acres to go before the Cougars are down where they had hoped to be, with about a minute and a half left to play in the football game. And the score, Washington State College 40, the Stanford Indians nothing. The Cougars, wearing the dark jerseys, now own that football. The sun that shone earlier this afternoon has left us now. It's overcast. A crowd of 20,750 on hand for the game this afternoon. Wilson is your quarterback. And he gives that football off to number 39, Shaw. And Shaw at the left side of the offensive line gets across the 50 down to about the Stanford 47-yard line. And now we are inside the minute with the score as posted on the board, the highest score ever run up by any Washington State College football team against a Stanford team. It's a fourth down play, but the Cougars are not going to kick the football. Wilson is rolling out to the right, going to run the ball. There he goes. Down to the 35, 34-yard line, and down he goes hard. And Stanford will take over the football, first and 10 on their own 34-yard line. Now the Stanford Indians coming up to the line of scrimmage in what will probably be the last play of the football game. There's the gun. They do not get the play underway. And the crowd of better than 20,000 lets up a whoop, and the dark-shirted Washington State College Cougars have defeated the Stanford Indians by a score of 40-6. It was a bit of a surprise that Washington State would prove to be as strong as they have shown us here this afternoon. The Indians made a lot of mistakes, but the Cougars cashed them in a hurry, jumping off to a quick lead and building that lead throughout the ball game, with Jim Sutherland sending his sophomores in to get a lot of action. And the two coaches, Pappy Jack Curtis and Jim Sutherland, have met now in the center of the field. And the ball game ends with a score 48-6. We'll have closing comments for you right after this commercial message. The final game statistics I think you'll find quite revealing. The Washington State College Cougars picked up 243 yards on the ground to Stanford's 69. The net rushing yardage shows 211 yards for Washington State and 44 yards for the Stanford Indians. This is a tip-off to the power that Jim Sutherland has been looking for. This was one of the weak areas of his football team last year. He had nobody to run that football on the ground. Well, this afternoon, you have seen the likes of Keith Lincoln, Ted Cano, two fine sophomores, Chuck Morrell, Ed Stevens, Carl Ketchy, Bill Steiger, Leroy Rath, all hitting that line with authority. Now, mind you, one of the top running backs, a right halfback, Phil Mast, did not play this afternoon. He was not needed, but he'll be in condition for the Northwestern game next week. So it was 211 yards gained, 211 yards gained passing, and 243 yards gained running by Washington State for a total yardage of 435 yards for the Cougars. Stanford picked up only 148 yards. It became obvious from the outset that Pappy Jack Curtis' Stanford team is suffering from a lack of talent in the backfield. The Stanford line from tackle to tackle, good as anybody's on the coast. The Cougars knifed through it this afternoon on occasions, but for the most part, the fleet Washington State backs ran around the Stanford line. Washington State College attempted 21 passes this afternoon. They completed 15 of those, which is about par for the course. The Cougars are still a fine passing team. The final score, Washington State College 40, Stanford 6. And as we pointed out a few minutes ago, this is the highest point total ever accumulated by a Washington State College team against a Stanford team, the series dating back to 1936. The clubs have played 16 times. The Cougars now, up after today, have won 8 times, and the Indians have won 9 times. The total series now 17 games. And this series that no doubt will go on despite the breakup of the PCC. Looking up and down the coast as to what has happened over the weekend in football, it would seem that Washington State College is right now in pretty good condition. A win at Northwestern next weekend at Evanston, Illinois, and a win down at California on the following weekend would put the Cougars in very good stead. Oregon State College, having been beaten by the Southern California Trojans, was a real blow to the Beavers' plans and hopes of getting into the Rose Bowl. It could be that Oregon State just had one of those bad nights and will come roaring back because most everybody anticipated Oregon State being the top club on the coast. But right now, it still looks like a toss-up between Oregon State and Washington State. And next week here on this channel, we will see the Washington State College Cougars in action against the Northwestern Wildcats from Evanston, Illinois. So be sure you tune us in on Channel 4 and follow Washington State College football throughout the season. It should be an exciting season. I think we've shown evidence of that this afternoon. This is Keith Jackson speaking. Thank you very much. We'll see you again next week as the Cougars meet Northwestern at Evanston.
West Coast Airlines, serving the Pacific West, provides transportation for these sportscasts. Fly the brilliant new Fairchild F-27 prop jet liners on West Coast Airlines.